sports of the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the Browns sideline, you see Kevin Stefanski. His guys fell in London last week, so they are right back at it the very next week. On the other sideline, the Steelers head coach, Mike Tomlin. His guys had the week off last week, so they are, in theory, rested up and ready to get back at it. Mike Tirico with my partner, Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk, to get this one started. Off we go from the Steel City. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
Everyone loves to dive into whether a bye comes at a good time, a bad time, and I really just think it's a matter of perspective. So here we got a team that was hot. They were rolling, multiple wins going into their bye week, and I can tell you what.
Right away, they're coming. Opening snap of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to them, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
The master of play action, Rodgers. He's got room past the 35, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Steeler first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Isaiah McGuire in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On fourth down, Steelers send out Corliss Waitman to punt. Nicole Hardman deep to return. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, former first-rounder out of Alabama. It's Mac Jones.
Mike, this is a big boy game, and sometimes the unfortunate truth is your performance was the difference between a win and a loss. And I think if you asked him, he'd be the first one to say, listen, my performance last week was not good enough. I have to make better decisions. I have to be more careful with the ball and where I put it. So his ability to improve from last week's game, both in production and decision-making, is probably the #1 storyline to follow heading into today's game.
Second and inches. On On play action, it's Jones. The second down throw is incomplete.
I really like this call, Mike. These are rundowns. Second and short. All right, what do most teams do? Just extend the drive, pick up a first down. This is prime opportunity for play pass, play action, trying to take a shot. Now, it falls incomplete, but you still have third and potentially fourth down, and you only need a couple yards.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. That on the guard, Sam Cosme. On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. There's Mike Tomlin, the longtime head man in Pittsburgh. His Steelers get set to take over once more. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. In the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down. This returnable for Hardman. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The Browns offense and their running back set to go once more. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season.
Here we go, set. 72.
They'll run here with Brown. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's Brown, and that'll go for a gain of about 4. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Third and 7.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now, Jones. A quick slant. Looked in by Moore. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Cleveland.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
On first down, Jones. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
On the ground, it's Brown. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Now a play fake. Jones. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down. This one runs out of steam off the crossbar and comes back. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Oh, my God, that is just a heartbreaker here, Mike. I mean, from this distance, he does everything right. It's on target. It just runs out of steam a little bit at the end. Gets denied by the crossbar. That's brutal.
They'll motion over Thielen. Play fake. It's Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Off the play fake. Rodgers.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. There you see Kevin Stefanski, twice NFL Coach of the Year, as Browns begin their next possession. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Now Brown. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
A carry here for Brown. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
First down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Browns first down.
And the Browns first down.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so Continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
Fake the handoff. Now Jones. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Throwing is Jones on third down. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And this will not be returnable, as this kick will go out of bounds. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. That's out wide to Warren. And he'll be forced out of bounds, a very short gain. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Warren. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. Play action now with Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Rodgers here on 2nd down. Secured by the veteran, Adam Thielen. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that 1st down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Here we go, set. 19 Tigers.
The drive will start on the ground, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also a 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
A run up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Right back to him on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Alston. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Off balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. That's a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brings up second and 7.
From the gun, Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch.
And he will score! D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. For Metcalf, 48 TD grabs in 6 years with Seattle. That is first with Pittsburgh.
It's just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's third and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
For all time, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. They've got it. Second down and 2. Here's Jones. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down. Jones. This is brought in downfield by Judy. And he will score. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Browns. Now, Folk on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Austin now to return this. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. Oh, a loose football. The Browns say they have it, and they do. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Let's go.
Handoff here, up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Play action now. It's Jones. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Throwing now is Jones. That is caught side of the end zone. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer.
Oh, what a play by Jerry Jeudy. The Browns need that, man. They haven't seen that kind of play in the passing game all season long. What a play. Let's go look at the film and see how this play really broke down here. If we can go ahead and take a look here at the highlights. No, wait a minute. Instant replay will show. Once we got that safety to come and cheat up on that tight end right here on the right, on the left side, that's when I thought Jeudy in the back of the end zone was a possibility. The safety originally was here until we motioned the tight end from the backfield here, and that's what kept him there. And now you got all this space and opportunity for Jeudy to work against one-on-one. Safety's going to shade over here, but he's playing deep. He's playing deep middle. He won't be able to get over there. He won't be able to get over there on the other half to help out. And right now it's just basically a 50-50 ball. You give Jeudy a chance, and he blocks his man out. Good positioning, good thrown ball by Mac Jones. 2 feet in. Complete the process. Touchdown, Browns.
Folk now for the extra point. And he misses.
But they missed the extra point.
It's no good. That is his second miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Austin now to return this. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Rodgers out quick to Metcalf. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down.
DK Metcalf has been busy.
8.
So
we gotta take him out of
Mike, short throw.
We gotta double him up, man.
That's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game. Don't stress the protection. And while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On the handoff, this is Warren. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team
I'm going to keep you guys informed of what's going on here in the season. The Browns are 1-4. This is a must-win game right here in the AFC North Division with the Browns and the Steelers. The Steelers are 2-2, so the Browns can win today. They can get back in the AFC North Division hunt. Also, too, I want you guys know tonight about maybe 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock tonight, I'll be going live with the Super Bowl stream with the Patriots and the Seahawks tonight. So stay tuned for that.
Mike, this is just such a
like, subscribe, and notification bell so you don't miss a moment of the action.
Another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On third down, Rodgers. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork.
Man, DK Metcalf is just on fire.
And that brings up fourth down.
Every time they need a play, they go with DK Metcalf.
Move the sticks again. Another first down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's into the
Great play, but great misdirection. The Browns didn't know what hit them. Browns totally got caught off guard on that one. Look at that.
As the back accelerates.
Made them look like straight up fools.
For the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about...
Let's take a look and see how that play developed. Man, first off, it was a jet sweep. There's your misdirection, and there's your flow. Look at the flow. Look at the flow. Now you got zero blocking. You got block. You got hat on everybody. It's just a matter of does he have the down the field speed to finish it, and he does. It's over. That jet sweep, man. That's once you get sucked in on that motion. Browns got sucked in. They took the cheese, and they got the squeeze. Like a mouse on a mouse track. You take the cheese, you get the squeeze. Touchdown Steelers.
First, that's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are back within 6.
So what was a defensive game in the first quarter has turned to a little bit of an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
From the 6, here comes a return.
Oh.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Jim Brown.
The Browns offense, and they're running back.
Through 4 games in a quarter. That's what he's done so far.
He's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a second and 9. Here's Brown. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Third and 6. Now Jones on the bootleg. Open man, and that's Tillman. And a good short tackle right there.
Could hit him on the run.
Good distance short of the marker. It sets up
punt the
fourth
football.
down.
Could hit him on the run.
Here's their punter.
Hits him on the run. It's a first down.
As he is on to punt for Cleveland.
Bad accuracy by Mac Jones. That's his season numbers.
and 10, it's Warren. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Broderick Jones, the former first-round pick, guilty that time. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. A throw on the move is caught. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down. This is taken at the 25. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Jones. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half. And just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Throwing on 1st down is Jones. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing, Jones. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
A gain there of 11. 1st down, Cleveland.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Brown. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Throwing is Jones on third down. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This from an even 50 yards out. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Browns will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Austin now to return this. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. There's Mike Tomlin, the longtime head man in Pittsburgh. His Steelers get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Isaiah McGuire. He gets in to record his 2nd sack of this first half.
This is the epitome of
oh
team
boy, Aaron Rodgers,
defense.
that old body.
Old
man Rodgers up there limping.
After play. But the
Whole
coverage
sacks.
on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback
Can't
to
take
go
too
with
much
the
more
ball.
of that
You
his
see it
age.
just continue to hold
I know
the
his
ball
wear and tear got to be
extra
high by
second
now.
in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
That is caught. It's Robinson. And he's taken down up past the 35. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The master of play action, Rodgers. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with.
It's now 2nd and
And it'll lead to a 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. That's out wide to Warren. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen.
We
that
went
time.
short. Dropped
And
them
now
defensive
it's 4th
linebackers
down.
into flats.
It's just
Good
so
defense.
hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
There you see Kevin Stefanski, twice NFL Coach of the Year. His Browns begin their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Carry here for Brown. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Now a play fake. Jones. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Here's Jones. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Rodgers. Catch made by Thielen. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second and 5. From the gun, Rodgers. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage. It's Rodgers. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Thielen. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Third down, 3 to go. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
That's good for us Steelers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Rodgers going up top again. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. The clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter.
At the Browns' 10-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Right back to Warren again. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rodgers. And that is
I should have been intercepted. I had Campbell, man. Good defense by Campbell. Oh, man, I caught a man coverage, 1-man press, and zoned Campbell up at the last second, and he got right in there to put that down. There it is. He dropped back. Rodgers looking for that drag route to DK Metcalf. Looked like, no, he's going shorter. I should have been intercepted, but hey, Campbell's defensive lineman. That's realistic. Hard for the big boys to make those kind of catches.
They wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And that's a really nice boost.
Browns playing some ball here, but can they do it? Remember, they had a barn burner against Minnesota last game. They couldn't hold the lead. Jim Brown already got 100 yards rushing, but he's been stopped here the last couple times. And the Browns close it. We'll see in the 2nd half.
The end zone. It's a touchback.
There's Jim Brown on the season already. We're only in week 5. Remember, he had 1,800 yards rushing in 14 games back in 1963. So he's well on pace for what he was doing back when he played.
It's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's down on the other side of midfield.
What a run. I thought he was going to break it.
That's the way to get started.
I thought he was going to break that one, man. Like he ran through like 3 guys on that one. I thought he was going to break it. Got a good hole here. There's the first guy. Second guy missed him. Third guy. Fourth guy. Jesus Christ, man. I thought he was going to break it. Just. Jesus.
17 and a very quick first down. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our journey around the NFL starts now with an intriguing matchup in the AFC. And it's the second-year quarterback, Bo Nix. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Broncos improve to 6-0. They keep rolling with another victory. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's last year's Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. He only needs a little bit of breathing room, and he knows what to do with it. The Eagles improve to 4-2 on the year with another win. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers taking on the Cowboys. And here's the former Cowboy, Rico Dowdle. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively.
Browns have to win this.
Of which defense can make
They're
a stand
1-4
in the second half. As we send you back
Steelers
out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico.
Ravens are
and
3-2. They win this, they have a chance of getting back in the race. Jim Brown just making things happen out here. Carrying the load. Brown with 160 yards rushing already on 21 carries. But can they close? Jim had 200 yards up in London last week, but they lost on a game-winning touchdown to the Vikings. We'll see what happens here. Enjoy.
First half, we'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. The Browns offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top of the conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Now Brown. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Shotgun now for Jones. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jones. Quick throw here is complete. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do go for it. It's Jones. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work.
Could
out.
not get the
They
pass
turn it
blocking.
over on
I think
downs.
Jim could have got it done.
It's always a gamble
Let's take a look.
anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field. But
Oh,
they
man.
clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge. And now their
Couldn't get the
offense
pass
is going to have a
protection.
chance.
Let's take a look at that again. Had the one-on-one. They were totally playing the short yardage. But the offensive line just couldn't protect, man. I think Jim had an outside. He could have got I wanted to do a back shoulder throw to him. I think he could have got it out here in space out here, but he couldn't get enough time. So he had to come back to the ball, and he still almost had a chance at it, but I wanted to get it to him out here on the back shoulder throw against that smaller guy.
To capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Green 18.
Play action now with Rodgers. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. Devin Bush. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He's run well here in the first half of the season, as you see there. He's the NFL's rushing leader coming into this weekend. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go. 6, go.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time, Mike. You typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw play.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Set. Go. Go. Set.
Here's a toss, right side, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Joe. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. Go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
The master of play action, Rodgers. This is caught at the 2. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly...
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jalen Warren, touchdown Steelers. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers have taken a 4-point advantage. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. That's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Jones. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. It's a Browns first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On first down, Jones. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Jones to throw on second down. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And this will be incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Throwing is Jones on third down. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. Philippe sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He finds Metcalf on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. To throw, it's Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Rodgers. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, you know, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Warren. Uh-oh. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's a Steeler first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now a 2nd down throw from Rodgers. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
And Rodgers has done this long enough. Gives himself up at the end, but he's got a first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he'll take it on in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Boswell now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and And the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Hardman now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. There you see Kevin Stefanski, twice NFL Coach of the Year. His Browns begin their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On play action, it's Jones. Going deep downfield for Judy.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it, but in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
On 2nd down, here's Jones. Left side, he's got Njoku. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards. Jones now on 1st down. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Jones to the air again. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Carson Schlesinger working his way in to record the very first sack of his NFL career. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Throwing Rodgers, and he's going to be taken down. A sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
There you see Kevin Stefanski, twice NFL Coach of the Year. His Browns begin their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 31, here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Jones. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku. Gun, it's Jones. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That's the veteran Calais Campbell in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Rodgers. And he finds his tight end fire move. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Now Jones. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money. Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Finding room to the 20, and he will score again. Jalen Warren, touchdown Steelers. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Drive will start on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. Here's a handoff to Warren. Space to run inside the 20. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the second half. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will add one more onto their big lead. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Browns offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. Up the middle they go. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw is Jones. Open man, and that's Tillman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 33. That's good for a Browns first down.
Throwing on first down is Jones. This is brought in downfield by Judy. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
That's another Browns first down. It's a gain of 20.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Again, it's Jones. That one taken in. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Browns. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Going to return this from the 10. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, they go with Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Steelers getting ready to put this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now the return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Now a play fake. Jones. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. We'll try and hurry to the line here.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, Jones. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. Jones now on 1st down. He'll look underneath here for Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Jones to the air again. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away. 3rd and 6.
Let's go. 70 Lions. 18 Rebels. 18 Rebels.
To throw. It's Jones. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
1st down, Browns.
19 Lions. Take over.
Here's Jones. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Now Jones throwing on 2nd down. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold.
Still 2nd down. On the jump.
Now Jones. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
You know, so far throughout the game, we've seen him make a lot of plays in the run game, but now he shows that he can hold his own in coverage as well. Really nice job there by the linebacker, making an impact in the passing game.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. And that is incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Here we go, set. Move it, my team.
They'll go for it. It's Jones. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive, and he'll get about 4 to the 29.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
6 yards to go.
On the ground, this is Warren. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin here on the ground. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Browns first down.
Throwing, Jones. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Gonna look deep, looking for more. And that is incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took up way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Jones to throw for it on fourth down. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. Room to run past midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
319. They'll motion over Thielen. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Once again, it's Warren. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Third and long.
Third down and 12.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll try to run for it. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
Good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Warren. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their two scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.
Boy, I tell you, the Browns have got their work. I don't know what happened that second half. That second half, Aaron Rodgers just caught fire. And they just, oh my God, they're running, their second half running game was ridiculous. Warren just exploded. He outgained Jim Brown, and like I have, seemed like. Look at the yards per carry. It was ridiculous. Jim didn't even get 1 yard over 20 yards. He had 3. So the Browns go to 1-5 on the season. 1-5 on the season, guys. And they have only beaten the Bengals. They've lost to the Ravens. They've now lost to the Steelers. And yeah, it's looking like the season's. It's looking like the Browns are not going to have a shot at the playoffs here because. Wow, 1-5. Let's go ahead and see. Now they play the Dolphins next week. Oops. Let's go ahead and see the weekly recap before we go forward.
Nothing like October football. Welcome in, everyone. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 6. I'm Scott Hansen. Some big games to get to. We'll start in the Steel City. The Steelers at home to take on the Cleveland Browns. And this is DK Metcalf. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Steelers are getting hot. It's a 3rd straight win, and they take this one in style. From there, let's go out to London. The Jets taking on the Broncos at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And this is Bo Nix finding his man. That's Marvin Mims. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Broncos are hot. They improved to 6-0 with the win here. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers taking on the Cowboys. And here's the former Cowboy, Rico Dowdle. A scintillating run for the touchdown. The Panthers get win number 4 on the season. They come away with the victory. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.